Welcome to Monroe, Louisiana, home to the ULM Warhawks. As we'll see a squad from the Sun Belt, the Georgia State Panthers, taking on a team from the playoff a year ago, the UL Monroe Warhawks. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. And the Warhawks will put total weather and we'll get started. From a couple of yards deep, he'll bring it out. And a really nice job by the kick team to get down there and make sure they limit that return. So Georgia State's offense will have first crack at this one. If you look at this game on paper, it really shouldn't be much of a matchup. You have a high-powered offense against, candidly, an overmatched opponent. But, hey, you never know. You got to line up and play the game.
On paper, this is a horrible matchup. But this game's not played on paper, right? Like, this defense, they're going to have to play their best game. They're going to have to play more consistent than they have. They haven't tackled well this season. They're going to have to play their best game against a great opponent. But we've seen upsets happen. They got to get some adrenaline, some emotion, something good to happen early.
I think it has to happen early, David, and then the question is, can they maintain that over the course of the entire game? Listen, it's college football. 18 to 22-year-olds, and maybe this offense just thinks they can come out here and roll their helmet out on the field, and that's going to get it done. We've seen crazy stuff happen, but no doubt, this defense has to play out of their minds today to have any shot.
Dropping back, it's Newton. He's got him. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. Georgia State jumps back to the line. Second down, they'll go to the air. And the rush will get to him at the 25.
And listen, the quarterback drops back, and he's going through his progressions. We see zone, but just couldn't do anything about it. This defensive line, this pressure, getting to the quarterback, getting him on the ground.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On third and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a fourth down. Georgia State will send out the punt unit. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon.
Now, you talk about a sideline that was jacked up, excited for the big punt return. And then, man, he makes the big mistake, puts it on the deck, and the momentum goes shifted right back to the other side.
Pressure coming. Took a shot as he threw. Just had to get rid of that one. Good job to fight another play. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease. Stuffed on back-to-back plays. He got nothing, and now they're looking at third and long. To the air, it's Newton. Under fire. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. Catch in the middle, it's Daly. That'll be enough for the first down as they mark it down at the 31-yard line.
And the offense showing off this short passing game, moving the sticks. Nice job, and look at them. They're right on the football, ready to capitalize on this momentum.
Not much room. A pickup of 2 down to the 28. Got 3 on first down and 2nd and 7.
The defense came into this one knowing they were going to see some tempo. They've got to get the call from the sidelines, get it communicated, get lined up.
Oh, he's got some space. Out of bounds at the very edge of the red zone at the 20. This Georgia State offense ready to go with another first down. To the air on first down. Grabbed in the middle, it's Daly. He's brought down, but he's got him inside the 10. First and goal from the 8. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Panthers. One-step wrap, two-step squeeze. See what you hit what you see, bring your feet. Yeah, none of that happened.
Yeah, those are all great things to keep in mind, but you're also trying to tackle another grown man against his will and get him on the ground. And by the way, he wasn't having it.
They get set for the point after as we have the first score of the game. And the extra point makes it 7-0. So they marched the ball 41 yards on that drive. And it was capped off with the 8-yard run. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. On the run from inside his own 5. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. So Louisiana Monroe's offense taking the field. First chance we have to see them today. And this running game might have a huge advantage when they get to the second level of this defense, David.
Well, and this is a big challenge. Like, you're overmatched. You understand that this guy is a top-shelf player, and I'll be honest, this defense has kind of struggled a little bit this season, but this individual matchup, you got to get him on the ground. You got to find a way to corral him, slow him down. He can't be the game wrecker. If that's the case, it's going to be too easy for this offense.
And if you're on offense, you got to be thinking, let's dominate in the trenches and let's get our star running back into the second level against this linebacker. We've got an athletic advantage at that position. So if we can free him up into the second level of this defense, make him make guys miss, those are going to be explosive plays for the offense.
The Warhawks come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep this drive moving. They'll try to run for it. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the first down. They bring the punter onto the field now.
Number 10, on
Gets the first one of the day out of there. He ought to be fresh. They only used him twice in that victory last week. Guys, the Georgia State offense returns to the field. Last drive went for 6. We'll see if they can do it again. Quarterback on the keeper. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Man, I love that play by this corner. You know why? When you run the option and that thing gets spread out, your DBs have to commit to tackling. And how about the cornerback coming up, sticking his face in the fan, and making a play? You love to see DBs tackle like that.
Trying to set up the screen. All the way out to the 43-yard line before he's pushed out of bounds, and this offense is on the move.
Nice job by the quarterback, seeing the receiver come open, getting him the football, making the first down, and they like to do this. When they make a first down, they want to go fast. They want to crank up the tempo.
Just a little off. Incomplete.
And these coaches have these play sheets over there on the sidelines, and there's so many calls they want to call, and they want to make explosive plays, but you got to protect your QB, and he's already been sacked. Now he's hit again. Like, they've got to protect him up front if they want a chance of doing damage on the offensive side of the football.
Georgia State jumps back to the line. On 3rd and short, just trying to get enough for the first down. And they needed an inch, and they didn't get it. This defense gives up nothing, and you'll like it. They'll move the wide receiver. On 4th down, looking for the completion. Makes a catch, first down, and maybe a lot more. Just carving up this defense and getting it down to the 24.
Well, you got to give this quarterback a ton of credit because he showed tremendous confidence on that throw. That wasn't just trying to throw to the sticks. That was being aggressive and throwing it down the field. Not a high percentage throw, but he had confidence in his guy to win one-on-one, and they keep the drive alive.
He's got the back in the middle. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few. They're dealing with a 2nd and long.
Well, you haven't seen a lot of incompletions from this guy now in his last 2 games out. Completed over 70% of his throws last week. He's doing it again in this game. As a head coach, you got to love the fact that your quarterback is dialed in.
Georgia State now has it in the red zone. Wide receiver going in motion. Pulls it on the bootleg fake. And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose. They recover their own fumble. Somehow, who knows how they got that thing back.
It's so hard to force fumbles, and when you do, you so badly want to get them. You're crawling, you're doing whatever you can to get there as a defender, but the offense fortunate enough to cover it back up.
So here they come going for it on 4th and long. The aftershocks of that earlier sack still reverberating. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. And it's batted away, and the 4th down play doesn't convert. They'll give up the football. Monroe has it back in the offense, ready to go to work. They'll operate out of split backs. They'll leave it with him. Got behind those pads and picked up 3 out to the 35.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
From the shotgun, the inside give. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. How bold will they be on 3rd down after that last run?
Get set, get set.
Hand off from the shotgun. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
Man, oh man, am I upset at my offensive line to give up penetration that fast? Man, we blinked and missed it.
He barely got the ball and just got destroyed immediately. What a great play. Georgia State takes over, ready to send out the offense. There have been a couple of missed opportunities for these offenses in the last couple of drives, Jesse.
And I think for this offense here, it'd be nice to hit an explosive play, be aggressive, and really pay off your defense's effort that last drive.
And instead of having to move the ball down the field consistently and then getting stopped on 4th downs, you're right. Create some of those explosives. Take those deep shots. Make those big plays.
You know when you're playing against a defense of this caliber, you're going to have some sort of balance, right? You can't just drop back and throw it every single play. Nothing going on that last run. They're going to have to find another way to get it going, handing the ball off.
Back to pass, it's Newton. Here's the pressure. And the quarterback caught up 2 and sacked at the 12.
We talked to the offensive staff coming into this one. They knew going up against the top 25 defense with respect to sacks per game that they had to do a good job protecting the QB, but they have not been able to get that done so far. They've already now allowed 3 sacks in this game.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Gives it on the option. Powers through the defender. He stopped short, and it's 4th down.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
Georgia State will send out the punt unit. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. He'll return it from around the 50. Not able to pop the big return, but they've got the ball back and ready to go with a fresh possession. Guys, we'll see what this Warhawk offense can get done this time. We'll see if they can be a little more productive this time around. A 3 and out the last time they had the ball.
29 Philly.
Here's the handoff.
Really good surge that time by the offensive line. You saw all those bodies by the defense being pushed backwards. That opened up the crease for the ball carrier. He's able to get a really nice gain there, setting up 2nd and inches.
He'll pull it on the read. Nice move to pick up yardage. Breaks into the open. Inside the 15, out of bounds at the 14-yard line. The offense looking for a score. Looking to throw on 1st down. Pocket breaking down. Headed to the end zone. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Warhawks! The best way I can think of to describe this cat He's like a human get-out-of-jail-free card. He'll make it work no matter the circumstance.
And so as a defense, Reese, I mean, you've got to be aware of what this guy is doing at all times. I mean, if he's not just staying in the pocket and he takes off, you've got to have bodies flying to the football and stop worrying about these wide receivers because this guy is dangerous with his legs.
After that tight first quarter, this second period ought to be a lot of fun. And we're all square as he's set to kick it away. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. They've got a first down here to open the period. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Lets it fly. Almost had the completion, just missed it.
Just got to finish the play if you're the wide receiver. You got to look that one in and complete it. It's a bad drop.
To the air, it's Newton. Finds the tight end. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground covered. Pick up the first. In the gun and looking to throw on third down. A spectacular one-hand grab. Love to see these third down conversions on offense, and they're out to their own 39-yard line. Now the play fake. Got it in the middle, it's Frost. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks. Georgia State jumps back to the line.
Offenses love the explosive plays through the air, pushing the ball down the field. And look at this. Sometimes it creates some momentum, and you want to capitalize. So you go get on the ball and get ready to run some no-huddle.
He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. Just a quick rhythm throw there and really good use of the tight end.
Yeah, good use of the big fella. I mean, go through your progressions real quick. You can't find anything, get the easy gain. Don't take a shot down the field all the time. Take those shots later, but take those easy, wide-open opportunities to get some positive chunks.
Well, this defense knew coming in they were going to see some RPO. They were going to see some quick game. A nice job there taking the throw away from the quarterback.
Wants to fire on second down. And here comes the heat, and they get home, and they get him at the 21. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack.
Great job by the defense that time getting the sack, but no time to celebrate. You got to line up right now because the offense is going tempo.
What a play by this defense, and they stop him short. It'll be fourth down. So the offense is going to go for it on fourth down. Trying to do it on the ground. They're able to make the stop, but not before Georgia State has a first down.
I love offenses that can just rely on their offensive line to get it done in fourth and short situations like that. Turn around, hand it off, let's stay on the field and keep this thing going.
Beck's going for the goal line. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Panthers! They just took the air out of that thing. That might be an understatement. They took the ball away and just wore down, just grinded away at that defense.
And took a lot of time off the clock in the process as well. I'm impressed with the physicality up front of this offense because that's where it all starts. If you're going to march the ball down the field like they just did, you've got to be dominating in the trenches, and they are doing that in this game right now.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
A bit of an under-the-radar game this week, guys, but take a look at this. Notre Dame is trailing right now, but they are not out of this. I remember Rocket Ismail wake up the echoes all by himself. Let's see if this group can come back. It's just a field goal game. They're trailing by 3 to North Carolina. That's where things stand right now, and of course, if the script is flipped, you will hear about it.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. They'll go to the ground. Picks his way and gets 4 out to the 27. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Leaves it with the back. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. And the 3rd down pass incomplete after a good deflection by the defense. And the Warhawks will try to pin them back with the punt. This is a spot you see many returners try to take a chance, but not this time. Fair catch just inside the 40. Guys, the Georgia State offense returns to the field. Took the last drive in for a touchdown. They'll try to do it again on this one. Makes the catch. It's Daly.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
Back to throw. It's Newton. Makes the grab.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
Right down the middle. That's caught. It's Daly. And they are finding some space in this defense. He's got it down to the 25.
And as soon as the receiver caught the ball, you saw the quarterback start communicating to his teammates what the next play was going to be because they're now changing the tempo and going fast.
He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands.
Offside, defense.
That's just a mental error. On defense, you got to watch the ball. I understand the quarterback shouting and he's clapping and there's all this crowd noise, but you just got to hone in, watch the football before you come out of your stance.
The give to the running back from the shotgun. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
And, man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. And no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his strength to get him to the ground. That is a ball.
Out of the shotgun on 3rd down. Got his man. And he was knocked down immediately short of the line to gain. They'll have to make a decision here. Georgia State hoping to convert on 4th down here. Motion from the back. On 4th down, he'll try to toss it. Gets drilled as he releases it, and the ball just trickles to the ground. Monroe has it back in the offense, ready to go to work. Looking to throw on 1st down. He'll try to do it himself. He'll be stopped at the 27, but picks up 10 on that one.
It's going to be tough on this defense containing this guy because he's got that sixth sense to get outside the pocket, and at that point, he's throwing it and hurting you, or you can take off and run. That time, able to get the 1st down. Big challenge for the defense moving forward.
Nice move to keep running. Squirts across the 30 to the 32, a pickup of 5.
I like this guy as a running back because he can run between the tackles and he can also go outside. He can really do it all.
Right back to him on the ground. And they'll get it to the 39-yard line, and they'll move the chains.
Well, obviously the offense went 3 and out on their last drive. They're having a little bit more success here. That was a nice run, and I think that's the key, guys. If they're able to run the football, they're going to be able to stay on the field. And I think that's something you want to think more about if you're the play caller on offense.
Bringing the heat. Under pressure, and down he goes at the 33. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Warhawks have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Wants to go up top. Sets up the screen. Turning it on. They drag him down, but not before he's moved the chains and the screen pass is effective. Lots of good stuff on that play. You slow down the rush, you get a completion, and you move the chains.
And most importantly, you're right. You don't force a short yardage situation that you have to get.
Strong pass rush gets to the quarterback, and they get him at the 46. And the Warhawks trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. To the air on second down. Complete to the left. And that's where they'll mark him, but a chunk play, and they pick up a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Caught in the backfield, it's Mayo. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short game there.
I don't know if that's the coverage you want to be throwing wide receiver screens against. Oftentimes, you want the receivers to have some access. You want the DBs to be off a couple yards so you can help set up the blocks and give the receiver somewhere to go with it. It's hard to run that against press coverage, and they only picked up a few yards there.
They're trying to eat up some clock here. 9th play of the drive. It's 3rd and 6. Off the RPO, complete. That's not quite going to be enough as they stop him 4 yards short of the marker.
On defense, man, it helps you a lot when you can be a linebacker or a corner or safety, anybody, and you see the QB throw the football. Now I can break on the football right away and limit gains like right here on this play.
Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play called and everyone on the same page here. And that is no good. And they couldn't cut into the lead. It's still a 7-point game. This drive will get underway from just inside the 35 at their own 34. To throw, it's Newton. Here comes the rush, and they've got him wrapped up at the 28.
Boy, this defense is ridiculous. On point, they know how to rush the passers. Multiple guys getting it done. 5 sacks, and we are still in the first half.
This offensive line has just been unable to keep them away from the quarterback. Now it's 2nd and long. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. Swings it out to the flat. And they pick up just a few on that completion. Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play call and everyone on the same page here. Now facing a 3rd and long. Stop is made at the 35-yard line. It'll be a 4th down. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Georgia State will send out the punt unit. Takes it on the return. The solid return there offsets some of the punt yardage and really sets up this offense nicely. Guys, we'll see what this Warhawk offense can get done this time. A really nice job methodically driving down the field the last time they had it, but the missed field goal ruined the drive. Finds his man. It's Warren.
When these wide receivers work the middle of the field, so much of this is feel. Understanding where the holes are in the zone or understanding how to get leverage on a man. And these wide receivers are dangerous nowadays because they do it so fast and see that so quick and make those plays over the middle.
Fired that thing out in a heartbeat, but it's incomplete. 3rd and short from the 49. Is this 4-down territory? From the gun, wants to pass. Makes the catch. It's Mayo. Gets it to the 37. Clock stops to move the chains. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. The Warhawks have it with a 1st and 10. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Unloads it downfield. Picked off inside the 20, and they They snuff out the threat. And they get the takeaway and prevent points from going up just before the end of the half. Inside 30 seconds to play in the half, we'll see how aggressive they are on this drive. They'll give it to the back. They keep feeding him in this running game, and the defense is having none of it. It's been that way all day. They'll run it from the gun. And after that short game, they'll head to the locker room for halftime. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Fellas, you've had yourselves one great broadcast so far today there in Monroe. And yes, football is a game of inches, but man, is that really the case when you consider the length of some of these possessions. Look, I'm not an analytics guy, but I do know this. The team that sustains drives and just moves the sticks might be the team that comes out on top today. And just like that, let's head back to our team inside Malone Stadium.
All right, Kevin about ready to get things cranked back up here. Ready to start things here in the second half. Georgia State about to kick it away. On the move from inside his 5. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. Monroe has it back in the offense, ready to go to work. Tight game as we start in the third quarter, and we'll see what type of adjustments they made at halftime.
And getting the ball first here, I think, is such a big deal. Like, I get the first chance to make a statement, to make the adjustments, to create some momentum for my squad right here in the third quarter.
Yeah, I think it's so important for this offense to set the tone here early in the second half, to get a nice drive going, build that confidence, and get your defense ready to come on out, get a stop, and change the complexity of this game.
Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. They'll try to muscle their way forward on 3rd and short from the 29. From the gun, wants to pass. Got it in the middle, it's Mayo. Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short. That's exactly what they told us they wanted to limit. Yards after the catch, and it pays off on this play.
And especially in these situations in 3rd down when you know the ball's going to come out fast, understanding that, breaking on the football, going, making the tackle, and forcing the 4th down.
Fair catch is signaled and made, and they'll go to work from the 27-yard line. Georgia State takes over, ready to send out the offense. Power football with the run. He picks up maybe a couple before he stopped right at the 30-yard line. And the Panthers in the hurry-up.
A nice job being gap sound by this defense. And here you go. Watch what this offense does. They'll get right back on the ball, and they'll go really quick, so you got to be prepared.
Keeps it and gets the first down. He turns this into a nice gain and gets down to avoid the hit. Now a first down from the 45-yard line. Dropping back, it's Newton. Here comes the heat. Zings it complete to the right. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Off the play fake. And the defense picks up a sack, getting the quarterback down at the 44. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Snagged in the middle, it's Frost. Nice job to pick up the first down, and they'll spot it at the 42.
And it's on 3rd downs like this, if you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end. Really nice route. Great job looking that football in. You can tell this quarterback really has a lot of confidence when he's in the pocket looking for the big fella, and they're able to hook up there.
He stopped at the 32, picks up 10 on the play and gets the first down. The Panthers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. He'll do it himself. There he goes. Hauled down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down. And the Panthers kept this drive moving on the ground, now back to work. From the red zone, looking for a receiver. Pass rush, gets there, gets home, gets him down at the 23.
I think this quarterback now at this point is looking over the sideline saying, hey, can we just not throw it anymore? I mean, my guys, they can't block for it. I've got no chance back here. We need to just run the ball from this point out.
The Panthers with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Gonna sling it on second down. Caught over the middle, it's Barnes. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. They've got it right on the edge of the red zone, but they face a 3rd and long. Looking to throw, it's Newton. Picked off, that's number 15 on the year. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football.
And some defensive backs just have a way of finding the football, and he's starting to develop that. His 3rd interception on the season just has a good feel for playing that spot in the back end.
Guys, we'll see what this Warhawk offense can get done this time. Another opportunity here. They had to punt it on their last possession, but this time tight game, hoping to get something on the board. Just searching and working for the running room as he gets it out to the 26.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in second and short, not a good job by this defense.
It'll be a 1st and 10 from the 29. Looking downfield on first down. Oh, they're after him. Did the work himself. Oh, he's got some space. Defense picks it up. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back.
And this QB has the ability to make huge plays and scramble around and do things off schedule. But that time he coughed it up. Did a great job getting outside the pocket, but the defense closed in, forced the fumble, recovered it. Great job by the defense.
Guys, the Georgia State offense returns to the field. That last drive was a punch in the gut, throwing the pick in the red zone, Jesse.
Yeah, and it just seemed like there was some miscommunication down there in the red zone. David, this drive, the QB and receivers just have to do a better job being on the same page.
Yeah, and I think you pull the positives, right? We moved the football down the field. We had a chance to score, but we can't let those opportunities slip between our hands. Let's go get some points.
They go to the ground. And how about that play by that giant, that mountain of a man on the defensive front?
Goodness gracious, if you blinked, you missed it. Horrible blocking up front. Defender gets in there so fast.
Did he line up in the backfield? Back to throw, it's Newton. Fires to the right. Can't make the connection on 3rd down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's 4th down. Georgia State will send out the punt unit. Here's the return. Everybody stays in their lanes well enough, and they stop him at the 31-yard line. Monroe has it back in the offense, ready to go to work. They put it on the ground last time they had it. Got to take care of it this time, David.
And I think you got to put in context. A lot of times fumbles are just luck. You just got to move on, give him the football again, Jesse, and not worry about it.
I think that's a good point there, David. Get him the ball again to help him play the next play and know that he's okay. Because when that guy's playing well, this offense is on fire.
Running back searching for a hole. Not a lot of daylight. He gets one to the 32.
And these RPOs always put the defense in a bind. But listen, you give up the run, they get a short little gain, no harm, no foul.
On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Grabbed over the middle, it's Mayo. Nice pitch and catch there, and they'll have enough for the 1st down. And the Warhawks come to the line with a new set of downs. Sticks it in his belly. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. Well, will they dial up on second and a long way to go? Leaves it with the running back. Got enough for the first down and wants more. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
Defense is going to have their hands full trying to get this guy in the ground, man. He's got some serious moves once he has the ball in his hands.
Motion from the wide receiver. Wants to throw on first down. And he dropped it. It looked for all the world like that would be a catch, and he just got too excited.
Well, another incompletion, and you can see the frustration building, but you got to give the defense credit. They came into this one knowing no one was giving them a shot because of their record, because of what their stats are on paper, but they're playing better football. They're playing with better effort. Right now, they're making the most plays.
The Warhawks come to the line on third and short, hoping to keep the drive alive. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. Working their way closer and closer, a third down conversion, and they've got it at the 26. And the Warhawks back to the line on first down. Let's see if they keep leaning on this running game. To the air on first down. Wide open downfield. Touchdown, UL Monroe. Made the grab and then did the rest himself, and they put points on the board. Timing and better execution, that is just what a quarterback and wide receiver need.
And it's timing, it's route running, right? You got to be precise. You got to know exactly what yard you're running to. The quarterback receiver on the same page. That's why you get the touchdown.
The extra point here would tie the game. And the extra point was made without incident, and we're tied up here in the third. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
A pair of top 15 teams throwing haymakers today. Let's show you the very latest. Michigan has the lead right now, but unless Desmond Howard or Anthony Carter come running out of that tunnel, I'm not ready to say this one's over. They are up by 7 over Michigan State. Your boy KC has you covered here in studio, guys, in case anything changes in this Big Ten battle.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Tackle is made at the 28 after a pickup of 3. Georgia State jumps back to the line.
And that wasn't a big gain, but look at the offense. Right back on the ball, ready to call a play, ready to go fast.
A strike downfield. And they'll move the chains and get it to the 47-yard line. Looking for a productive play on first down.
The biggest rule change for me, if I could make one in all of college football, would be illegal man downfield. And when they run these RPO plays and those linemen start to creep further and further down the field, I would love for the refs to call those more often. It's a cheating play, basically, running these RPOs. So hard to stop. Nice execution by the offense, but probably cheating too.
And that's why, as a defense, you can stay in your base personnel because of that linebacker. You don't have to substitute DBs to take on these receivers out in space. This linebacker is quick, he's athletic, and he is outstanding tackling people in the open field.
Looking downfield, it's Newton. And it's incomplete on third down.
It's so nice when you know it's third and long, you know a pass is coming, you worked on it all week, get your feet set at the sticks, understand that quarterback's got to be rushed, get him off of his spot. Nice execution by this defense.
Yet another punt on the way. Got to make sure that hamstring stays loose. He's been busy. He'll be guided out of bounds, but not before a nifty return on that one. Guys, we'll see what this Warhawk offense can get done this time. How big is this drive? Scored a touchdown the last time they had it. Defense gets a stop, and now it's up to them in a tie game.
All right, so if you're the offensive coordinator here, let's dial it in. Who are your best matchups and best playmakers to take advantage of this golden opportunity?
Yeah, and I'm interested to see this defense, too. Like, the momentum is clearly not in your favor. How do you get it back? How do you make a big play? Do you be more aggressive here to try to get the football back to your offense?
fought tooth and nail through 3, and it is all locked up as we take a look at the stats. This is when winning plays are made, and we start right now in the 4th. And a chance to mull things over. Let's see how they start the final period here on 2nd down. Out of the gun, the inside give. They make the stop, but he'll have enough yardage for a 1st down.
Well, I love the job by the offensive line, getting a good push there on 2nd down, and you see guys bleeding into the 2nd level of the defense getting a hat-on-hat to go get that 1st.
Looking to throw on 1st down. Throws to the wideout. Complete in the middle. And the quarterback stuck it right in the keyhole, and they've got it down to the 30-yard line.
And I love the awareness by the wide receiver on that play because I'm not sure that route was supposed to be that deep. You got to wonder if the receiver decided maybe to adjust the route a little bit to make sure that he got the 1st down.
Breaks into the open and into the end zone. Touchdown, Warhawks! They move on top here in the 4th.
And how about the OC slipping in the screen pass, trying to mix it up, slow down that pass rush, let it come up the field a little bit, get it to your running back, let him do the rest. Nice blocking, nice play call to throw in the screen to change it up a little bit and get the big touchdown.
On to attempt the try. The extra point is good, and now in the 4th, they're up by a touchdown and an extra point. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Georgia State takes over, ready to send out the offense. They just didn't quite find the rhythm on that last drive, Jesse. They had to punt it.
I think they got to be more physical, David. I think up front they got to do a better job getting blocks and establishing this running game.
And how easy does football become if you're the more physical team? If you can threaten the run and then run play action, it opens up the whole offense at your disposal.
Throws for the tight end. Got him downfield. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the 1st down. Georgia State jumps back to the line.
A nice passing game by this offense. The quarterback and the receiver on the same page, in time, in rhythm, creates the big play. And look at them. They're right back on the football, ready to run another play.
Well, that's just a great play by the defender and great timing. It was the hit that forced that incompletion.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. They'll run the option. Now the pitch. And they just didn't get anybody on that defense out of position, and they will lose yardage on that one. Even if they don't convert, picking up a few would give them a decision to make on 4th down. It's 3rd and long from the 45. He tosses one high and deep down the left side. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. Georgia State will send out the punt unit. They're up to a half-dozen kicks today. Makes the catch, and now looking for just a little bit of daylight. They're able to put a stop to that return right at the 30-yard line. Monroe has it back in the offense, ready to go to work. Out of the gun, the running back has it. And he is just engulfed at the line by this giant defensive tackle.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
Give to the running back. Just sort of a relentless run, getting everything that was available to him, and they'll mark him down at the 40. The Warhawks come to the line trying to find a way to convert on third and very short. They'll try to bully their way for the first. Found enough room to get it into enemy territory. They're down at the 43-yard line. Let's see how they set the tone on 1st and 10. When they've got him looking run, now to pass. Right on the money. Good, solid pickup there. Now they can start to smell it with a first down at the 31.
This offense is not letting up, guys. They've got a lead here late, and they are still taking shots. They're still looking for explosive plays. This defense just has not had an answer here all game long.
And the Warhawks are moving quickly down the field. The give to the back. Gets it past the marker. The freshman brought down after a really nice run there.
You ain't getting by all these guys right up the middle unless your offensive line and your tight ends and everybody is putting in the work up front, committing to blocking. The running back does a great job finding the hole, exploding through. How about that nice, big, huge gain? If I'm the OC, let's call that one again.
Got the completion, but nowhere to go as that defense reacted quickly. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Back to pass. Got his man quickly. That completion gets them inside the 10, and the defense is running out of room to defend. Boy, they'd love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a 1st and goal. Shotgun snap, wants to throw it on 3rd. And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15. And now on 4th down, they will put it on the shoulders of the kicker to save them with his foot. It's good. And now the lead is even bigger.
That's a big drive for this offense in the 4th quarter. Now to take a 2-possession lead, you got the other offense where you want them. Now you get to rush the passer, make them pass a little bit more, and don't give up those big plays. You're in a really good spot now.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Guys, the Georgia State offense returns to the field. Their drive chart is starting to look a little monotonous. Punt, 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 David.
And their defense.
And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18. He is a menace rushing the passer. Career sack number 20.
I mean, some people just have a knack for getting to the quarterback. What a great job throughout his career. Getting there, getting him down, getting pressures. He has been a quarterback's worst nightmare.
I was just going to say, David, you don't sleep well as a quarterback the night before you have to play against this guy because he is going to sack you. That is a guarantee. Death, taxes, and sacks for that guy.
It'll be 3rd and long.
You just get the feeling this defense is going to make it hard on them, right? They've got the lead, it's late, and they're going to try to tackle everybody inbounds. Offense is going to have to really work for this and be smart. You got to attack the sidelines. You got to throw first downs. You got to keep this thing moving vertically down the field.
Finally, some signs of life from this offense, which has done nothing in the 2nd half. It's 1st and 10. Keeping it on the ground with the running back. He gets nothing, and they're staying stubborn with this running game, but at some point, you're going to have to change your thought process.
Yeah, and this offense has to find a way to run the football. They got to get more creative, but whatever that looks like for this offense, something to jumpstart them because nothing really going on the ground.
Yeah, defensively, though, you got to give them credit, too, because they knew that physically they were going to try to be challenged up front. That was a big end.
Lost one deep down the right side. He's got it at the 30. He'll work his way down to the 28. And the Panthers will hustle to the line. They absolutely had to have that third down to keep any glimmer of hope alive.
And defensively, that's exactly what I want. Make you get the third down. The clock is your enemy. Multiple possession lead. That is right where I want this offense.
One of the biggest reasons today why this offense is losing in the game is they haven't been able to get it going throwing the football. This guy still has not thrown a touchdown pass. They thought coming into this game they were going to have tons of success throwing it. But you got to give the defense credit. They watched the film. They've been mixing up their looks defensively, trying to confuse this quarterback, and again, on that last deep shot, it falls incomplete.
Wide receiver comes in motion. The play action fake. Fires to the tight end. Picks up enough to give them 1st and 10 from the 11. The Panthers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw, it's Newton. Intercepted, that total goes to 16. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover. Guys, we'll see what this Warhawk offense can get done this time. David, they couldn't pay off that last drive with a touchdown.
Now, they moved the ball down the field and executed like they wanted to until they stalled out and had to settle for a field goal.
I think if you want to take the next step, too, here and score a touchdown, you got to start finding more creative ways to get your best players the ball. Let's see if they can do that here.
And I like the first thought process right here. Run the football. We want to run that clock with the lead. Thank you to the defense for forcing that turnover, setting us up. Now, if we can put a few first downs together, we're looking really good.
Handoff to the fullback. And this one will be stopped for no gain. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. The Warhawks come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep the drive moving. They'll run for it on 3rd and short. And he needed 1 yard, and he didn't get it. The defense won the battle up front. And the Warhawks will line up to punt it away. They've been busy out there to punt for the 5th time today. From midfield, looking for room. And they'll haul down the returner to start us on the next drive. Back to throw, it's Newton. Oh, the ball popped out. That's a way to mess up a drive. Defense covering it up and not letting the offense get it back. It's a turnover.
That's a big-time blow, man. Once you get that under that 3-minute mark and you're down by multiple possessions, you've got to put something together. And the last thing you can do is turn it over because that clock is not your friend.
Monroe has it back in the offense, ready to go to work. They didn't get much done the last time they had it, had to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
Well, they've got the lead. The defense just did their part, getting a takeaway. So now if you're on offense, you want to run the ball and take as much time as possible between snaps. Stay in bounds and let this clock tick away.
This freshman makes the stop after a short gain. The officials stop the clock for the 2-minute timeout, and the offense is that much closer to victory. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long.
42 Spider. 42 Spider.
Motion from the wideout. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. With the catch, it's Warren. He'll be stopped short of the line to gain. Needed about 3 more on that one. So here we are on 4th down, and this field goal kicker is going to face all the pressure in the world. He splits the uprights, and that will extend their lead even further. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Guys, you can make a case this is the game of the week in the SEC. Florida is down right now inside the swamp, but this young man under center today has shown some moxie. We could see a legend born in Gainesville today. It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to Alabama. We'll keep an eye on things until the final horn in a game that could shake things up a bit in the SEC.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. To the air, it's Newton. Working that wide receiver screen. Tackled almost immediately. They're well short of the first down. Now they've got to hustle to the line and get set. Back to pass on second down. Rush is on him. Man, did he pay for it with that hit as he got rid of the ball.
Well, there have been way too many incompletions for this offense in this game. It's a big reason why they're trailing, obviously. They've never been able to get into a rhythm, and at this juncture here on a 2-minute situation in your own end, you got to find ways to start throwing completions somewhere out on the field to get back in this game.
Snagged out of the air. Absolutely nowhere to go as this defense makes a third down stop. Down in the fourth quarter, it's too late for empty possessions. They'll go for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Big man has it. It's a first down and more. Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45. Got to get lined up to spike it and stop the clock. Backed up now. Here's second and long. Looking to fire. Here's a heat. Nowhere to go with the ball, and down he goes at the 39. They're at their fastest tempo trying to get off this third down play. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. Didn't have anything working and just had to throw it away on third down. Down by multiple possessions, they can't come up empty on this drive in the fourth quarter. They'll go for it on fourth down. He wants a big play here late. Incomplete on fourth down, and man, did they need to keep that drive alive.
After being stopped there on fourth down, this game's pretty much over. They were going to have to go down in a 2-minute situation and put at least 7 up on the board. They couldn't get it done. Things just haven't gone their way. It's been that type of day today. They're going to leave the stadium with the loss.
Now this team has consecutive wins, and when you start expecting to find ways to win games and you expect that you will perform well enough to do so, that's really hard to stop.
It's a mindset, Reese. This team has it right now. You can tell their players trust each other. Big situations arise in games. They're looking at each other in the huddle on the sideline, expecting to make the play that's going to help them win games. This team is incredibly mentally tough right now, Dave.
And you start to build that mental toughness when you start to string together positive weeks and you start to string together positive plays. Now you know you can do it. It's not, we talked about it in the offseason, oh, we want to do this. Now you're starting to execute it and put it together on the field.
That will put the wrap on things from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. You've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.